Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I've made a video, and I thought I'd make a video about the following question, and that is, will the stock market crash again? This is something that's been on the mind of many investors, and yeah, I thought it would be interesting to mention that. And I also received a question that is pretty much related to this, which I will show in a bit. In this video, I'm gonna give you a quick update on Ascender Capital. I'm gonna follow that up with what the sentiment is right now in the environment. I'm gonna just talk to a few quotes that I think you can actually resonate with. You might feel the same way, or you have heard something like that. Afterwards, I'm gonna talk about uncertainty and what that actually means for the stock market. And I'm gonna follow up with a few final thoughts. So, the question that I received was, are you going to make a video about the possible consequences of a second corona wave? And obviously this is the outbreak that everybody knows about. Yeah, I thought it would be good to broaden the subject a bit and then talk about if the stock market will crash again. So let's start with the AC update first, and then we'll get right to it. So with the website, I mentioned it before in a previous video that I'm busy renewing it. And I've renewed a lot. I think if you go to the website now, and I'll leave a link in the description below, you will see that there is it's basic. The whole view is pretty much the same, but the subjects are different, and I'm just trying to create a more easygoing, easier to read kind of website, a more professional looking website. And I also created memberships, as some of you have requested, to become part of a group that I would lead. And yeah, I've been really busy with that the past few weeks, and I think I've come up with something decent. So check out the website, and if you're interested in the second part, we'll get to that now. And that is that the memberships are available. I have created two memberships. One is just for like to become an Ascender Capital member, and I've created a second one which is like a student member. This is just meant for students because I want them to also be able to learn a lot from this as well, so they get it at a cheaper price. So what is my intention with these memberships? Well, my main the main point that I want to tell you is that I want to create a lot of value for you. Like we tend to be value or growth investors, but I just want you to really get your money's worth when it comes to being a membership of Ascender Capital. So what my main focus will be the company research. Like we're going to research companies together. We're going to do it in groups. I'll be leading them, and we'll get through that together. We will learn from each other, and I will learn from you guys as well, because I'm pretty sure that everybody has like a niche. Everybody has something that they're very good at, and if we can all bring that together, and we're just a serious group of investors that really like to do their research, then we will create very good investment opportunities, at least possibly. So it's going to be more like a workshop. Like I intend to do 2 workshops per month on a Sunday at least for like 2 hours. Obviously it can extend a bit longer. It will be companies that you request yourself. We're going to have a voting mechanism that will make sure that everybody gets their own vote and their own pick. And yeah, the one that gets picked the most will get through that first. I think a group would be between 10 to 30 people per research group, and it will require dedication, eagerness to learn, and all that. But like I'm not expecting the group to be very big, because that's not my intention. I really just want to create a small like buddy-like group that would really just want to do the same stuff. They just want to find companies like DDFC, and they are willing to do that together, and they're willing to put in the time. So 2 workshops per month, that will amount to around 4 hours per month of workshops, and that will mean that you're going to get a 40 plus hours, so over a work week of assisted group research. I'll be leading all of them, as I mentioned before. And yeah, there's a small fee involved. I think it is considered small fee if you look at what other people are asking, and that is basically because, one, I expect to learn from you guys as well, so it is not my main focus to just make a profit out of you. Well, that's actually two. That's actually the second point already, because yeah, like I have my full-time job and I really enjoy my full-time job, and I do not intend to stop doing that. That is why it's on a Sunday, because I need to do like preparations and stuff like that, and I need the weekend for that. So I think for the price that I'm asking right now, like a normal member will be 29 euros for the upcoming 4 days, and a student member will pay 14 euros, and afterwards it will be 59 euros, and a student member will be 29 euros. This is for a year membership, and I'm gonna round it the month up, so you get always a little bit more if you order throughout the month. So yeah, that will be my main focus. Obviously, there will be other things included, but this is just really something that I want to point out because that will be the main focus of the membership. If you are curious about this, I'll leave a link in the description and you can see what other stuff will be included. For example, I do not have that right now, but I intend to make some special stuff for memberships, for members as well, like let's say I've done a completely research on DGOC, but I have no selling thesis. Well, memberships, or if you have a membership, you will get a selling thesis from me. And if you do not have a membership, you are probably able to buy that on the website. But membership will give you access to all paid content in the future. I do not have any paid content right now, but that is why you're also getting it at a discount. The discount will only be available until Sunday, and afterwards we're just gonna leave the normal prices up, and I do not intend to create any further discounts, like any special discounts like on Christmas or something like that. No, it's gonna be this price. It's already fairly cheap for what I'm offering, and I do not intend to just make it all commercial promotional thing. No, I just want serious people that are willing to pay less than 5 euros a month to join the group. Well, that's basically it. So let's get down to the real question, and that is, will the stock market crash again? But before we go through my thoughts on it, let's look at sentiment that we've seen lately. Like I think I can pick out a million quotes, but I'm just gonna pick out a few, and one of them is, well, there's like a billion people, no, not really, like 10, 20 million people are unemployed right now, and the stocks keep going up. It makes no sense. The economy is going down, and what is happening? What is happening? What is happening? It makes no sense. That is something that you will constantly hear. This is just the Fed pumping up the stock markets. I'm gonna hold cash. People are thinking like that as well. Like if you are on certain forums or like Reddit or whatnot, you will see comments or posts like this. Even if you are in a different chat group, you know that stuff like this is going on, right? That's happening. The Fed is pumping unhealthy levels of cash into the economy, and this is bothering people. Another thing that like inflation, deflation, what's gonna happen? People don't know. Sentiment, all sentiment. People have opinions about it. The outbreak is far from over and the stock market is back at previous levels. Again, it makes no sense. People constantly think that these things make no sense. This is something that you will see throughout every post. And finally, and I think most people have forgotten that last year, the yield curve inverted. And historically, people think that the inverted yield curve can predict a crash incoming in the next 12 to 18 months. 18 months. So these are just the sentiment and uncertainty. And right now, as you saw the question from Freek, he asked what my thoughts are on a possible second wave of the outbreak. But before I get to that, I want to talk to you about uncertainty. When you think about uncertainty, you think, okay, either something is certain or either something is uncertain. There is no middle ground there. Like if something is not certain, it automatically is uncertain, and if something is not uncertain, it tends to be certain. But I want to classify something or specify something, and that is the difference in uncertainty when you are investing. Because in my opinion, there are two kinds of uncertainty. One is expected uncertainty and one is unexpected uncertainty. So what do I mean with expected uncertainty? Expected uncertainty we had like last year, October. Like nothing special going on, but we're still in the stock market and we don't know what the future holds. Like nobody knows what the future holds, right? Not even psychics, like they tell you, but in my opinion, I don't think they do know. So nobody knows the future, so that is uncertain. But that is all expected uncertainty, and I could go on did but on this, but you get my point, right? Like you get that, okay, the future is uncertain, but we are expecting that, so it is expected uncertainty. However, there's the second point, that is an unexpected uncertainty. What do I mean with this? This is what I would consider a black swan event. Like if you read the book The Black Swan, if you go to my website, you can find the link as well in the book section. Very interesting book. If you go think about the unexpected uncertainty, this is an uncertainty that you weren't expecting. So the outbreak, nobody was expecting that. Even though it was started in December, nobody expected the outbreak to continue in this like madness all around the world. Nobody expected in that moment for it to become a pandemic, but it's because it seemed like China had gotten it under control. What was even more unexpected is how every government decided to basically put a lockdown in and ruin their own economy. Or take a beating to their own economy, I should say. Like ruining is a bit too extreme. But yeah, that was unexpected as well. And all of a sudden, it went from it's not a big deal. It went from what the hell is going on? This is gonna be crazy. I don't even know what's happening anymore. And this unexpected uncertainty, one thing you can define it by is when people are overreacting. So, what do I mean with overreacting? Let's say the outbreak stays for 2 years. Yeah, worst case scenario, 2 years, then there's a vaccine. That will mean 2 years of no profits. Let's say companies do stay afloat. But you are paying a price to earnings ratio of like 25 for most of the companies that are unaffected right now. Let's say those companies like Apple, Google, they get affected 2 years of no profits. That means that you are willing to pay 25 years of profit for that price, but now it's gonna be 2 years less. That is the unexpected of it. That would mean that the stock market crash would be like less than 10%, because 2 years, I mean 2 years of 25 years, that's less than 10%. So a 10% stock market crash would be okay. What did we see? We saw like 30%, like the quickest crash ever, because people were not expecting this uncertainty. It was completely unexpected. Why am I hammering on this unexpected uncertainty? Because what we see now with the unemployment, the what's it called, like the outbreak, the Fed, the money, the inflation, deflation, how much, and that's a question to you, how much of that and the result is unexpected right now, and how much is expected? How much is this second wave of the outbreak, how much is that unexpected, and in what way is it expected? Because if it is expected, like I'm not saying it's going to be priced in, but it won't catch people off guard, and when they won't be able to, if you won't be able to catch them off guard, it's not going to have an overreaction, and an overreaction is basically a stock market crash. So in my opinion, I don't think that the stock market crash is that likely, because I think that whatever negativity is coming right now, it is already expected. And does that mean that, a second stock market is not going to go down when the second wave hits? No, it can still go down. I just don't expect every company like Apple, Google, like all these companies that have actually, like Amazon actually dropped as well. All these companies that we later found out that weren't actually hit by this. Well, are those companies going to crash again? Those companies are leading the stock market right now. So people find certainty in their results, even. Like, I shouldn't say certainty, but like, there's some kind of comfort in investing in those companies because they are not that hurt by it. So are we going to see a stock market crash? We could see a stock market crash. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't think it's gonna be a second wave that's gonna be hitting it. I think it's gonna be something unexpected, it's gonna be something uncertain, and I have no clue what it's gonna be. No one does, in my opinion. Obviously, you have conspiracy theories and stuff like that, and yeah, one of them might be true, but I think most of them are untrue, and whatever it is, we will see, but I don't think a second wave will disrupt the stock market again. My final thoughts on it is basically no one knows what is going to happen, and you shouldn't think like that. You should just look at a company. What is this? are you going to get value for the assets that you are buying, and do you expect to get more value out of it and more returns to shareholders from it in the future? That is what you should be looking at. You guys know that from my other videos as well. So a few remarks to just make sure that you have all the right information is: first, stay humble. Like, yeah, do not think that you know what is going to happen, that you think, oh, like you see that a lot with option traders and stuff like that. They think, oh, well, the economy, everything is bad, Fed is pumping money, stock market is going to crash, whatever. They always have their confirmation bias to confirm that. Stay humble. You don't know. I don't know. You don't know. Stay humble. Just stick to what you do know, and that is companies. Stay systematic. Keep your emotions out of the game. This is obviously very important, and you guys know that, yeah, the moment you put emotions into your investing, you're going to make the wrong decisions. You're going to make more decisions, which is probably going to hurt your transaction costs. And yeah, try to stick to your own system. Create your own system and stick to it. Like, I'll do more videos on how to create your own system, but yeah, that's basically it. Finally, stay the course. Like, if you are persistent and you keep doing this for several years, if not decades, then obviously you will get more money in return if you do it right. Like, obviously there's no guarantees. Like, even if you invest in a world index fund, it could still go lower, lower, lower. Like, it could be the case that from this moment on we will not see any more economic growth. Like, the world will probably collapse, but it is an option. There is no certainty in these things. And finally, stay at home. No, but like, yeah, the outbreak is still going on. Stay safe out there, guys. We know too little about it to not take it seriously. So yeah, stay safe. And yeah, I didn't make any point of this, but I do want to end with it. Like, yes, I started this membership, and if you check out the membership page, you will notice that what my main point is that, yeah, most of my content is going to stay available for free. This is not going to be a requirement for you to become a good investor. You can just still stick to my videos. You can subscribe to my website. It's all for free, and I will, over time, over the next few years, I will provide you with enough details to actually become a very good investor. At least that will be my goal, for you to become that. However, if you would like to support me and you would like to learn from my expertise firsthand and like workshop like, and you would like to meet other people with similar interest, then this membership is something for you. Like, I just want to make sure that you don't feel like it's going to be necessary for you to become a good investor or something like that, because no, that's not my goal. I think information should be free. I think that is all like almost the most important thing out there, because that's how we all learn as well. Because yeah, initially, before you know someone, you're not going to pay someone. So yeah, don't worry about that. I hope you guys thought this was interesting. My thoughts on the stock market crash. Like, I am very much aware that this is basically different from what everybody else is thinking. But yeah, I think you should be contrarian. I think you should think for yourself. And I think, like, me sharing this with you will trigger something else in you, and you will be like, oh yeah, that's also a perspective that is not mentioned that often, and maybe you can come up with your own thesis on what's going to happen or what is not going to happen. If you have something like that, think about it and let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts, because I'm pretty sure I can always learn from one of you guys. Because yeah, this is all just a learning game, isn't it? Like, we're all growing while investing, and this is just the maybe the best part about it all the improvement, all the personal improvement that we're going through. So that's it. I hope you guys have a great evening, and I'll see you in the next video.